All right, let's talk about trading bots. If you've ever felt that frustration, that feeling of being burned by a bot that just doesn't get it, that works one day and fails the next, then this is for you. We're going to break down something that's built on a totally different idea, the Matrix Brain V5, or what its creators are calling the Universal Regime Engine.
So, let's just cut right to the chase. Here's the core difference. You've got the old way, which is pretty much most bots out there. They're what we call one-trick ponies. They're rigid, they're fragile, and they only know how to do one thing. And then you have this new way, the whole philosophy behind Matrix Brain V5. Forget the pony. This is designed to be a universal market chameleon, something that's built from the ground up to be adaptive and, well, robust.
So what exactly is this one-trick pony problem? Well, it's the #1 reason so many automated systems just end up blowing up accounts. They're built with these hard-coded rules that only work in one very specific market condition. They might absolutely crush it when the market's trending nicely, but the second things get choppy or just go flat, that rigid logic completely shatters and it's your account that pays the price. They just can't adapt. It's not in their DNA.
Okay, so what's the alternative? This is where the whole universal market chameleon idea comes into play. The goal here isn't just to build a better strategy, it's to build a better brain, an engine that literally changes its logic as the market itself changes. And that, right there, is a huge shift in how we should be thinking about automated trading. And at the very heart of this chameleon is something called the Regime Detection Engine. This is the big idea. The best way to think about it is like a weather forecaster for the market. It's constantly looking at things like volatility and momentum to figure out what's the market's weather right now. Is it calm and in compression? Is there a powerful trend? Or is it just pure unpredictable chaos? And based on that real-time diagnosis, it adjusts its entire logic instantly. So how does it actually decode this so-called weather? Well, it really boils down to 3 fundamental states. First, it detects compression. Those flat, sideways, dead markets where the best move is usually no move at all. Second, it identifies a clear trend, the perfect condition we're all looking for. And third, it recognizes chaos. That's the high volatility, whipsaw environment where you have to be super careful with your risk. The most important part? It always knows which of these 3 states the market is in. And because it knows the weather, this core intelligence leads to some incredibly smart behavior. It knows when to just sit on its hands and protect your capital during those dead zones. It's got built-in circuit breakers for those insane out-of-nowhere black swan events. And maybe the most important thing of all, it's smart about risk. It automatically risks less when things are chaotic and risks more when the path is clear. It's a truly dynamic way to manage risk.
Okay, so this adaptive brain isn't just about survival. It leads to another massive benefit, because this isn't just one single strategy. It's one brain that can power multiple, completely different strategies across different assets. We are talking about genuine multi-asset diversification, all coming from a single intelligent engine.
And this isn't just some theory either. The tool comes loaded with 4 professionally optimized strategies right out of the box. So you're not starting from a blank slate. You're starting with frameworks that are already dialed in for specific markets and specific trading styles.
And this table just lays out the versatility perfectly. You get a high-frequency day trader setup for NAS 100 built to grab those quick, explosive moves. But then, for the very same asset, you get a swing trader that filters out all that noise and hunts for the bigger, multi-day trends. Then you've got a specialist for gold, which is calibrated specifically for the unique way precious metals move. And finally, a trend hunter for Bitcoin, which is optimized for that wild 24/7 crypto market. It's one engine powering 4 totally different trading personas. Now look, having a smart engine is one thing, but for any serious trader, this next part is, and I mean this, absolutely crucial. This is not a black box. The entire philosophy here is to put you in the driver's seat, to give you total control and complete transparency.
This quote right here just sums it all up perfectly. The bot is the engine. You are the driver. Think about that. It means you're not just a passenger hoping for the best. You're in charge, you're steering, but you just happen to have a much more powerful and intelligent engine under the hood.
So what does that actually mean in practice? It means total freedom. There's zero hard coding. Every single parameter, from the volatility filters to the entry triggers, is open for you to see, to understand, and to adjust. You are not locked into someone else's secret sauce. This is about infinite customization. At the end of the day, they're your rules.
And because you have that freedom, you're not just stuck with those 4 included sets. Do you trade the DAX or maybe GBP JPY? Ethereum? You have the power to take this core engine and adapt it, to optimize it for literally any symbol on any time frame you want to trade. That right there is a game changer.
So when you put this all together, what you get is what we can call the professional's edge. This isn't about some get-rich-quick signal service. This is a tool and a philosophy that's built around a serious commitment to sustainable, long-term performance.
So you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds great, but why is there no free trial? And you know what? That's a totally fair question, but the answer actually gets to the very core of this whole philosophy.
And the answer is really simple and direct. It's because a real, verifiable trading edge doesn't just show up in a few days or a couple of weeks. It's something that's proven over months and even years of navigating all the different kinds of market weather.
You see, it's all about a long game philosophy. For one, the bot has a preservation mode. When the market weather is terrible, its most important job is to protect your capital. And that might mean it takes 0 trades for an entire week. Now, on a short 2-week trial, that would look like a failure, right? But in reality, that's one of its most critical features. It's about showing you mathematical truth based on verified data, not just hoping you get a lucky 2-week window.
And to really drive home that this is a professional-grade tool, every single purchase comes with a one-on-one professional onboarding session. This isn't about them just emailing you a file and a manual and saying, good luck. This is a high-touch process to make sure the tool is set up correctly and, more importantly, that the risk settings are perfectly aligned with your account size and your personal goals.
So, it all comes down to this one last question, which really gets to the heart of everything we've talked about. The market is always changing. It's always shifting its behavior. The real question is, are you ready to use a tool that can adapt right along with it? Or are you just going to let the market change without you?